Alright ladies, what's up? This is Alex from Mindful Attraction 2.0 and I am coming to you from the art school, some art school in New York City. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm making a video about a question that I get asked very often by a lot of angry people, and that's, did you consider dating a game? Why do you teach so many people games? Why are you teaching women to think that dating is a game? And so that's why when people say, why are you guys teaching tactics? Why you got to teach this? It's because in their lives it hasn't worked. But when you know how life is, when you know that there is a certain strategy going about things, rather than complaining, rather than being the victim, you become a player of the game. Now, what you choose to do with the strategies is up to you. You can either have benevolent intentions or malevolent intentions. What people choose to do with quantum physics, they can either choose to empower the world or choose to completely destroy the world. But that doesn't mean that it's wrong to teach it. But it means that you have the choice. Is it good or is it not good? Also, think about this. Dating is the biggest game that everyone plays. You know, you dress up to look nice, right? Right? You dress up nice, you wear certain clothes, you buy certain clothes, you try to give off a certain impression, you try to hide certain aspects of yourself, and you try to promote certain aspects of yourself. It's all a game. You're playing a game. When you're not playing the games, when you're home and you're taking a shit, that's when you're not playing the game. And guess what? You will not do that in front of a guy you just met, because you know he's gonna lose attraction. So guess what? So that means you are playing the game, but the problem is that you're playing inefficiently. You've been used to playing the game how you play it, and so you think you're not playing it, but you really are. You just suck at it. And so when I present to you tactics that are a little dark, and I tell you guys, look, this shit is dark. This shit is not nice. Have good intentions. When I present women with these tactics, they get angry. Men get angry too. And the reason why they get angry is because it's disturbing to think that people can easily be influenced if you know exactly what you're doing. And that's the problem, that people with good intentions, they don't want to do that. People with good intentions, they don't want to manipulate people. But when you know that the bad people are playing that game, you got to arm yourself with the right offensive arsenal. You have to arm yourself. The best offense is the best defense. And so yeah, I teach people, I do think dating is a game. I do think this is all a game, because when you want to know fucking why, because when you die, it'll show you that all this meant shit. It didn't mean anything. When you fucking die and you think back on your dating life, you'll say, holy shit, it was all meaningless. It was all a game. Games are meaningless. You think it's, the problem is that when you don't see it as a game, you know what happens? Your sense of self becomes attached to the outcome. It becomes more serious. It's not fun anymore. It's not enjoyable anymore, because your sense of self is attached to the outcome. And that's why you gotta treat it as a game. You gotta laugh at it. You gotta smile at it. Guys don't mind being manipulated as long as you know what you're doing. As long as you have good intentions, they don't mind. So if you are disturbed by it, that means that you don't understand the nature, which is, as long as you have good intentions, play the game right. Do what you gotta do. But guess what? There are gonna be people with bad intentions. That's not your responsibility. Focus on what you're doing. And I'll be honest with you, it frustrates me. When I could easily lie to you guys, and like, I don't care when people I don't care when people you know, get mad at what I teach, because I do teach, you know, dark shit. I know that. I know I teach dark shit. But it does frustrate me that people are failing to understand the purpose of my message. It frustrates me. And I've learned how to deal with it. I learned how to accept the fact that some people are just gonna think the way they think. So it frustrates me because they fail to realize that I'm trying to allow you guys to use these tactics. Go ahead, try to manipulate, try to get the guy, get him to fall in love. But guess what? When you get him to fall in love and he becomes obsessed with you, and you notice it doesn't make you happy, you know what you're gonna go back to? You're gonna come back to the mindfulness shit that I teach. The being present, the self-awareness, being able to let go of the outcome. And that's why I present to you guys the two extremes. I present to you guys the extreme of manipulation, of coercion. I'll show you what the dark side is, but I also teach you guys the most powerful tactic you can learn, and that's being able to let go. That's being able to increase your level of self-awareness. And so yeah, it's fucked up. But learn to play the game, motherfucker. Learn to play the game. Because you also manipulate. You manipulate your children. You lie to your children. You tell them, you know, I'm a perfect parent. You know, you tell them, you know, don't do that when you did that. You tell them not to smoke weed when you smoked it, right? You try to give them that look of like, you better behave, you know, in order to intimidate them. It's all a fucking game. You're playing a game. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Stop being benevolent. Stop trying to act like you're saying like your shit don't stink. Well, you know that. But it's cool though. It's cool. Because you have good intentions behind that. They are good intentions, and I understand. But if you keep taking dating too seriously, it means that you have an outcome that surpasses being with someone. It means that you want to be happy. It means that you're trying to look for happiness through other people's reactions. And unfortunately, you're not going to find that, and that's fine. But when you don't find the happiness, come back to the shit that I teach. Come back to the, when I talk about spirituality, when I talk about mindfulness, when I talk about self-awareness, when I talk about observing your pain, come back to that, because that's what I want you to come back to. There's very few channels out there that doesn't cater to you, that doesn't cater to your femininity, that doesn't tell you you're perfect. You know, as long as you have good intentions and you use these tactics of instilling pain, then right on. Dude, I mean, that's how human nature works. People will go back to someone who inflicts pain because they took away their sense of self. And so in order to regain their sense of self, they're going to go back to them. So why not learn to do that? And on top of it, you have good intentions. You're actually there to empower him. You're just afraid that someone's going to use that on you. You're just afraid that I'm putting out in the world the dark shit that causes people to become obsessed with people. And guess what? That don't fucking matter. Because even though if people do fall in pain, if people still suffered, there's still that suffering will take them and will motivate them to actually try to find happiness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you can read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.